Okay, right. I've got everything set up. The stream has started. People should be filing in to witness the bullshit I gotta talk about. Alright, yep, people are piling in. Hello, hello. Whoa, shit, a lot of people have joined. Okay, wow. A lot of people popped into the live stream. Oh, what the fuck? Get the fuck up, phone. I'm trying to do a stream. Okay. Right, so, as the title implies, there is yet again more drama in the Thomas fandom. Shocker. This, like, at this point, drama in the fandom is just a daily thing at this point. Oh yeah, we gotta also establish, do I like headcanons? We will get to the headcanons, but first we gotta do a little bit of witty banter, and then we'll probably get into the shit. Wow, drama in the Thomas fandom, how surprising. Yes, I just said that drama in the fandom at this point, especially Twitter drama. Like, Twitter drama and Thomas drama mashed together, it's a daily thing at this point. Right. Also, you may have noticed I have different headphones. I actually found these in an old closet where I currently live now, in a box, and I'm surprised that these things still work. And also, hang on, look how long this cord is. I can walk all the way to the back of my room, and the cord is this long. Like, that is insane. I am definitely keeping these headphones. Okay. Saw the thunder was going on. Okay, right. Now that a bunch of... Wow, 29 people are watching the stream. Holy shit. Okay, then. Right, so... First and foremost, I gotta give some context as to what the hell is happening. Now, I have indeed linked some videos in the stream description to show just what kind of nonsense we gotta talk about here, but if you don't bother reading the description of the live stream, then I'm just going to have to go ahead and pull up the videos myself. Because apparently I gotta do all the work here around here. So, some YouTuber by the name of Ivy, 2 days ago, they posted a video about no headcanons in the Thomas fandom. And Tommy said about... Oh yeah, you're going to hear a lot of fucking swearing in this in the live streams and videos at this point. You're going to hear a lot of that, and I apologize. But yeah, Ivy posted a video on their YouTube channel entitled "No Thomas the Tank Engine Headcanons Allowed," and I will let the video speak for itself. So let me get that up on stream. Let me get that there, and full screen this. If my computer wants to even function today, which of course it does not want to. So give me a second here. This is very finicky to work with, because my computer is absolute trash. Oh, what the fuck's going on with my thing? What is going on? Okay, there we go. Right. So let me replay this. Right, so let me scroll ahead here to where I need to. All right, I will let the video speak for itself here.
Community was this tweet. Literally, this tweet. This tweet is what sparked a whole bunch of just hoopla in the community because people seem to hate people using their imagination on the internet. Can you believe the stupidity of certain people? And surprisingly,
fuck, why is my computer being such a piece of dog shit? Ugh. Crap. Okay, hang on. Rearrange that. So I've streamed there and video here.
Of all the people that could have possibly sided with, the people who disagree with the headcanoning and are just shitting on people's imaginations, are these two fucks.
Yeah, so Steve the Weave. We're all familiar with Steve the Weave here. So Steve put in his 2 cents and just commented, shut up, about someone wanting Thomas to be non-binary in their headcanon. Let me just quickly say something about this. This could work if it was written well. But then from a realism standpoint, I don't think it could work in a realism standpoint. Like, it's an idea, but I don't think it is a good one. And we will get to the Thomas shipping in a second, so let's just continue the video here.
Literally, these two fucks who are so vocal about everything else in the community and how shitty the community is, but are now partaking in the rhetoric against headcanoning and people using their imaginations. This is the most annoying thing I've probably ever seen in this community as of late. Because the reason why we are all in this community in the first place is to use our imaginations to build something great. So
yeah, I can kind of agree with that. Counterpoint. If you're going to write a headcanon, you gotta write it in a way that it doesn't mess with anything from the main canon. Let me rephrase that. If you're going to write a good headcanon, you gotta write it in a way that it doesn't mess with main canon. No one's going to get all pissy-fissy about it. And that it doesn't... Yeah, just those two things. Doesn't ruin main canon, doesn't make everyone in the fandom pissed off, and it has to have some sort of tie-in with the main canon. Like, fill in like some of those gaps in the main canon with headcanon, if that makes any sense. Like, take the Unlucky Tug's headcanon for Salty, Arthur, and Spencer being in the Railway series. Mostly Salty and Arthur. I don't know if he did much. I can't remember if Nick... I don't remember if Nick did really anything with Spencer for his Railway series canon, but we're just going to use Salty and Arthur for this example. And I know for a damn fact that Ivy is just going to do some absolute bullshitting on this. Like, I don't really care if he ends up watching the stream after it's over and starts putting his 2 cents into this shit, but... yeah. God has left us to rot. Why is bro wearing his headphones? What do you mean? What do you mean wearing my head? Look, if they fits, they sits. If they fits on the head, they sits on the head. Spencer was a... Yes, we've all established that, but... whatever. So, I don't think I'm gonna pull up the Unlucky Tug's video, but I'm just gonna keep watching whatever this bullshittery nonsense is.
So the fact... and headcanoning is a natural part of the human brain. Headcanoning is literally natural. for the brain. Like, the brain naturally takes pieces of evidence they see in something, whether or not it's kind of exaggerated or whatever, but they use that evidence to build their own little, headcanon. And by the way, a headcanon is pretty self-evident in its name. It is a canon made up in somebody's head. It is not a canon, because if it was a canon, if you watch the original show, it would all be in there exactly like the person describing it. But no, it is a headcanon because it is made up in someone.
Okay, I'm gonna just jump ahead to where I want to make my next point.
Did because they don't.
I'm gonna jump ahead to the next part that I want to make my point on.
Like that you're discouraging people from imagining stuff, but your reputation.
Hang on,
because
I gotta jump ahead in the video, so give me a second here.
It's very ironic for people in that kind of community to discourage that. That is Douglas and Duck or Dom.
Here we go.
I love. You might not want to hear this, but I like. What is the ship? Douglas and Duck or Donald and Duck. I don't remember. One of them. It's one of them. If I find it, I'll put it up on the.
Yeah. How does that work from a realism standpoint? Like, how do okay? I understand that if engines could probably love each other, but how does that work from a realism standpoint? I know I'm gonna piss off a lot of people for asking this, but how does that actually work? Like, if some maniac, not including me, but some maniac were to try to like ship them and have them like, I don't know, kiss, that wouldn't work because because the faces are too far apart, so they wouldn't be able to like, kiss, Like, I don't fucking understand why people would want to ship steam locomotive. Like, it doesn't work. It physically doesn't work. But if it were to work, if this was going to work, then it would have to be written in a way that it does physically kind of work. I'm not a big ship fan. Understandable. I know, let's just continue the video here.
Screen. I love that stuff. I love all that stuff. I love when you give these characters certain like sexualities based on what you see in them. Like, I like that. Do not.
Okay, that part I kind of sort of understand, but ram them into each other's buffers constantly. No. That's a totally different thing that we're not gonna talk about. That is a completely different thing, and that is a whole other topic that I do not want to go into.
Not at all be discouraged from coming out with your headcanons just because some fuck wants to be like, oh, why are you even putting all this gayism in there? Oh, it's not like that in the original show. Don't feel ashamed by doing that, please. Don't feel ashamed by doing what your brain does naturally, because as much as
unrelated, but I kind of like the character design here. I mean, it's all right. I'm not discouraging the character design here. I just think it's just kind of mid. How can okay? See, what I'm about to say now is also gonna piss off a lot of people, but you see, if two locomotives were to actually love each other and wanted a child to raise, there would be an actual way to do this. They would ask some builders to build an engine, like build an engine from the ground up, then pass this engine off to these other love engines, and then these engines that love each other would take care of this newly built engine and raise them. That's how I would do this. I wouldn't do something random like having one engine up, like having them like just, you know, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. What I would do is just what I've just said. Have some builders build a new engine from the ground up and then pass them off to to the other engines for them to raise. Yes, exactly. Adoption. That's the route I'm going with here. That is exactly what I'm going with. That is the exact route I'm going with. Yeah, see, I am explaining it in a way that it could work. If someone were to actually go ahead and do that, it would work. Anyway,
People want to try to, you know, silence the mechanisms of your brain. They just can't. They just can't. Literally, keep doing what you're doing. Like, even if I don't agree with the headcanon, just go ahead. Don't feel ashamed to let your brain do what it does naturally. As long as you're not being a dick about it, of course. So yeah, I tried.
Alright. Yeah, I think we've seen enough of that video. So, Ruth... Okay, no. See, All Engines Go is a different topic. Like, if you were to headcanon All Engines Go, then we would have another situation to go through. We'd have a completely other nonsense shit that we gotta go through. I don't live in the UK, I live in America. Since when have I mentioned that I live in the UK? No. All Engines Go is a completely separate thing. And I don't really ship Thomas and Rosie, like... I don't do ships, is what I'm saying. You speak Okay. Wow. Okay. All just go. Wow. Okay. Sure. You, my good sir or ma'am, are just... Are you trying to get yourself stabbed with a pitchfork? Are you trying to get an angry mob to come bursting down your door? Like, that... I don't agree with that. That's fucking disgusting. Suddenly we're talking about egg. I know. Listen, I enjoy All Engines Go, but there are some things about the show that just kind of... that don't work. Like the episode where Thomas and Percy have to carry a submarine on a bunch of flatbeds. Like, what? I mean, with a cartoon, you can just do whatever you want with it. Nothing has to make sense, but this is Thomas we're talking about. Now, there was another video that Ivy posted about more of the headcanon nonsense, so we gotta go look at that as well. So the reason why I'm now suddenly talking quiet is because my mom is now on a goddamn phone call when I'm trying to get an important point across. My mom's on a phone call with some important people, even though I'm trying to get a very important point across to everyone. Alright, so there is another video that Ivy posted. That was about a day ago. And it also has something to do with Steve the Weave, because Steve did sort of a live stream where he posted his response about the whole nonsense. Is that Gordon in the back? Yeah. Gordon is just kind of sitting there for some reason. I just kind of put him there because I felt like it. All right, let's get this. Let's get this fucking video up on the stream. Ah, boy.
So to address the question I might already get from the get-go, why do I keep...
Okay, you know what? Not a bad face reveal. Not bad. Not bad.
keep talking about this situation? Well, it's because I don't know about you guys, but I really don't do well with people evading accountability and refusing to admit anything they do wrong. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you didn't see my last video, I talked about the recent drama that went on with the Thomas and Friends headcanoning in the community, where somebody essentially posted their headcanon, and one of the biggest members in the community, Steve the Weave, replied to it with this. So
Okay, I don't consider Steve Dweeb to be one of the biggest members of the Thomas fandom. I don't. I think no, the biggest member. Holy shit! There's 35 people watching. That's new. Okay. There's a lot of pressure now.
Obviously, Steve received a little bit of backlash from that, and I subsequently made a video about it where I clarified that it is okay to let people, have imagination. That's how the brain works. You take pieces of evidence you see in something and, make a little conclusion out of it. If you guys haven't seen that video or you want a little bit more context, I would recommend going to watch it. Actually, no, I implore you to go and watch it because it is crucially important to the situation. So Steve subsequently took down the original tweet that I took that screenshot of, seemingly to avoid taking accountability for it or anything. So after I saw that, I already had the screenshot for my video. So I reposted it on Twitter.
Yeah, and this is where the infamous photo for the stream thumbnail comes from. Shades, yeah, so he pussied out and deleted his tweet. Surprise, surprise. So just so nobody can hide behind anything. Interesting.
Twitter.
But do I care? No. Honestly, I don't really care. Like, if we're gonna have drama in the fandom, then I honestly could not care less.
And, told him that you're not just going to say something like that publicly and then just go and hide. And because of that, Steve subsequently blocked me on Twitter.
Steve, you did a good move. You did a very good move. And I'm not saying that because this person is like trans, bisexual, or any other of those labels that are in the LGBT community. I'm just saying that this Ivy is just. I think the word I could describe Ivy for just saying these assumptions is that who the fuck cares? Just do your own headcanons, and as long as they're written well and no one gets pissed off over them, then go nuts with it.
That gives, severe, I have nothing to hide energy. That's clearly the behavior of someone who has nothing to hide. And a little while after that, later on today, Steve created a live stream where he basically replied to everybody who was pissed at him about the situation and mentioned my video directly. Or not directly, because he didn't mention my name, but anybody who's seen the video or who was familiar with the drama knows it was about my video. So we're going to take a look at the entire portion of the live stream where he...
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we've seen enough of that. And move StreamYard back onto the main monitor. Whoops, wrong comment. Drama in the fandom is nothing new if you're in Thomas. Yes, we have established a lot of that. But yeah, like again, if you're going to write a good headcanon, make sure it's written well. No one gets pissed off over it, and it fills in some of those gaps in the main canon that actually fit the main canon. Look, yeah. Like honestly, at this point, what is there in the Thomas fandom that hasn't pissed anyone off yet? Like, is there anything new in this fandom that hasn't pissed anyone off before? Like, I don't know, man. Guys, I don't even know. You know, looking back, I never knew that joining this fandom would be a mistake, I guess. Oh my god, yeah, no, we're not gonna go into the whole Bachman Duncan debate. I'm straying away from that. I'm already getting a headache from all of this. Thomas fandom is garbage. We had okay. The Thomas fandom has some garbage, but there are, I guess you could say, there's a few hidden gems in this fandom, like unrelated, but like custom models that people make. Like, like some of the people in this fandom are fucking talented. Like, hang on, let me see if I can post some images up. Okay, let me get this open. Right. So get that up there. Right. So look at all of these models here. A lot of people put their heart and soul into building some of these models. Like, that is another level of dedication. People put a lot of heart into all of these custom models, and that just shows how much talented people are in this fandom. Like, not everyone in the fandom is, sexist, racist, and all the other shit. Like, there are good people in this fandom. You just gotta find the right people. And I know I'm steering away from the headcanon stuff, but I want to talk about this for a second. Like, it's really hard to describe, but there really are good people in this world. You just need to find the right people, and if they're not as good as you think they are, then just ditch them completely and move on and try to find some new friends and people to make friends with. Like, if you have friends that are absolute assholes to you, then just fucking ditch them completely. Or in my case, try to reason with them, and if that doesn't work, then again, fucking ditch them completely. I also just realized Mark is backstage, so I'm sure he could back me up on all of this.
Whomst hath awakened the Ancient One? Sorry,
Mark?
Bad time.
Yeah, bad time, dude.
Sorry.
Very bad time. I was earlier. I was discussing about the whole headcanon situation. Like,
oh yeah, you mean how some people are bitching about other people's headcanons?
for not making a lick of sense, despite the fact that like it's fantasy, man. Like
Yeah,
if you,
again,
if you don't like someone else's interpretation, then write your own. Like you don't have to bitch on it. You don't have to like treat other people like shit for their personal headcanons. Like it's called a headcanon for a reason. Like if you don't like it, just ignore it and go on with your day.
And again, if you're going to write a good headcanon, make sure it's written well, make sure it doesn't piss off anyone, and make sure that it fits into those gaps in the main canon, so that you got a whole canon.
Well,
it's not that hard to do.
See, I believe that since it's headcanon, people should have more creative liberties and freedoms with what they're doing, as long as it doesn't derive too far from the original source material. Like here's the thing. Like if I were like here's the difference. My personal headcanon, I have it like the books are inspired by what happened on the railway, but they're not 100% accurate. Like that's my personal headcanon, and that's fine. Like, but if I were to say, oh, my headcanon, Thomas can fly, then like no, that would be going a bit too far. Because I know a lot of people would just no.
Yeah,
but,
and guys,
speaking of flying, I personally think everyone overreacted to the dream sequences because that's all they are. They were dream sequences. They were rooted in fantasy within the show. Like they weren't actually happening. Like engines can have dreams too, you know. So
yeah, and they're called.
They may have been silly and unrealistic, but dreams aren't supposed to be realistic. That's why they're dreams. Like that's just my humble opinion, though.
Yeah, again, it's an opinion, not a hard fact. Like, I don't think people understand what an opinion is. Like, if you differentiate an opinion from a fact, then there's a complete difference between the two.
Yeah, but like nowadays, people are like, okay, so here's my opinion. I don't like this thing, but I like that thing. I like that thing. We will not be silenced, you evil son of a bitch. I like that thing, but I do like this thing. Wait, I don't like that thing. That thing fucking sucks. I fucking hate that thing. Like seriously, it's an endless cycle of fighting over something so minuscule. It's an opinion, okay? It's not like, and even then, like, he's not saying if you guys like this. Like, if someone's saying it's okay if you like this thing, I just don't. Okay, that's fine. If he's insulting you, if he's insulting everyone who likes it, saying if you like this thing, you are the worst person on the internet, then sure, fucking kick his ass. But like, you know what I mean? Just, but even then, like, kick his ass respectfully. Okay, don't stoop to his level. Don't be an ass. And I keep saying his a lot.
Yeah,
Don't overreact.
Don't overdo the verbal abuse. Like, don't overreact and don't overdo it with the verbal abuse. Like, you gotta go a little. Like, you gotta go a little easy on that shit.
It's okay to agree to disagree. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. If we keep arguing with each other over our personal opinions, okay. Like, if it's something that's really not a big, like, major thing in society that you're arguing about regarding your opinions, then don't. But if it's something major, like, let's say the person you're arguing with, like, let's say you're arguing about whether or not it's okay for someone to, have sex with a child. Like, let's say one person agrees with it and the other person doesn't.
Mark, you're going a bit. No. You are straying far away from the topic of the situation.
In that situation, obviously there's one side that's correct and one side that's incorrect. There's obviously one side that's correct in that situation. If it's a situation like that, when you're arguing over something that's actually moral, then yes, it is entirely great to. It is entirely the right thing to do to voice your opinion because you already know what your personal opinion is or what it should be. Which is, no, you should not have sex with a child because that is borderline disgusting. Worse than that, actually. Worse than disgusting.
It's
apologies
you could
for
say
the-
it's disgraceful, disgusting, despicable.
Distasteful. But just bad taste. Bad taste.
Disagreeable.
Very disagreeable. And I apologize for like the out there example, but I was just trying to finesse, you know.
Yeah, you're just trying to get your point across.
Yeah. Another example that might be less, you know, pedophilia-esque is let's say let's go with a more like, you know, current. Let's go with another more let's say you're arguing with someone who believes that their skin color or their ethnicity is superior to others. The truth is none of our you know none of our ethnicities is superior to the others, because like at least that's what it should be. We should be equal, but unfortunately certain law people prevent this even today, which sucks major balls. Like, sorry for getting political, but like I'm just again just trying to finesse. Sorry again, everyone. Okay.
Fuck. Frieza has entered the chat.
Frieza. I am Lord Frieza, yes. But my point is, if you're arguing over something that could be considered immoral, then yes, you should be arguing that it is immoral, because it is immoral. But if you're arguing over something minuscule, like someone's personal headcanon for a fictional train, then you're just making yourself look like an idiot. That's the main point I'm trying to get across here. If we need to stop arguing with each other over this stuff, because like there are more important things in this world that we should be arguing about. So it's better to just agree to disagree regarding stuff like this, you know, the whole headcanon thing, and just go on with our day. Just plain and simple. That's all I was trying to say. Don't argue about whether or not James is bisexual or Percy is autistic or stuff like that, or whether Thomas is non-binary or not. Just accept that someone has that as their headcanon and go on with your day. But even then, if their headcanon is actually something immoral and disgusting, like legitimately, then yes, diss it all you want. Because, yeah. Like, if your headcanon is James and Emily are dating, like, just that's fine. But if you're going into graphic detail about how, like, they're, you know, gonna go at it despite the fact that they're, you know, not organic, then yeah, you probably have some problems. And also, Matthew, to answer your question, the whole Thomas being non-binary thing, that's what sparked all this. There was a major argument about that on Twitter recently.
Yeah, that person could have chosen any character in the franchise to plop that one detail onto them, but no. They chose the title character, and everyone started going ape shit.
Yeah, but even then,
Thomas fandom trauma.
Even then, that was probably just a joke. Like the whole Thomas being non-binary thing, that was probably just a joke, and someone just took it too seriously. But
yeah, saying that it could have been a joke is also probably going to piss off a lot of people.
Wait, what, George? What the fuck? Look what George said in the chat.
Oh shit.
Ugh.
Yeah. That brings up to another topic I want to talk about that's unrelated to the headcanon shit. But what the fuck is with everyone making a bunch of Thomas porn? What the like, dude?
Well, I mean, it's the
How?
internet, dude. It's the internet. What do you expect? Okay.
I
Like,
expect that the internet always finds a way to ruin
it's
things.
wrong, but it is wrong, and those people do need Jesus, but it's just sad reality. Just
what I can expect from the internet is that they can ruin anything. Like the internet has the power to ruin anything.
That's literally what Rule 34 of the internet is. If it exists, there is porn of it, and if there isn't, there will be.
And that is terrifying.
Yes.
Like how the fuck do you make porn
And also,
out of
Jonathan.
how do you make
Jonathan.
how do you make Rule 34 out of a talking choo-choo train with a face?
How do you make Rule 34 out of anything?
How does that? I don't know. Like,
Look, some people are just
I am.
crazy. Okay. And also Jonathan, you're not being ignored. In fact, I mentioned your two headcanons earlier. Like those are okay headcanons. Those are fine. Like, in my opinion, they're fine. But there are some people who might think that they're not fine. And that's just their personal opinion. If they don't agree with it, just leave it at that. Just agree to disagree, and both of you go on with your day. Also, Matthew, what the fuck? And someone made a headcanon of Thomas and Emily. Yeah, a lot of people make headcanons of Thomas and Emily, and that's fine. I mean, hell, I used to ship Thomas and Emily, but I'm currently thinking of like a new OC. Like, I'm not like, like your run of the mill, like, oh, recolor. No, I mean like a genuine like a genuine OC. But like even but even then, like in my headcanon, dating for vehicles only goes as far as like platonic, like that, because that's all it should go. Like it's just like you two really like each other and share a mutual love, and that's it. Like, they're not like doing the
Guys, this is coming from.
They're not doing the
This is coming from a 20.
They literally can't. They literally can't. They're machines. They cannot do that.
This is coming from a 20-year-old man who once thought a transgender Gordon was a good idea.
And I still have.
And clearly,
and I still have.
he rethought that.
Well, here's the thing. Transgender engines is okay. It is okay. Like, if there are people who disagree with that, that's fine. Just agree to disagree and go on with your day. Like, I still think it's a neat idea. It's just, because, like, again, like, gender has nothing to do with, like, the point I was trying to, like, I guess part of the point I was trying to make with that is that being binary or being transgender has nothing to do with anything that's, in your lower region. It has nothing to do with that. It's just who you are as a person, Like, if you feel more feminine than masculine, then that's fine. And if you feel the opposite, that's also fine. Like, that's just who you are as a person. There's nothing wrong with that, and that has nothing to do with what's going on downstairs. Like, I wish more people saw that. Really, I do. Because like seriously, it's just narrow-minded bullshit. Like, no, you can't be transgender. You have to be a boy or a girl. Like, it's stupid. It's stupid. Really. And SSJ Redbird, you're forgetting that the face is basically on the smokebox door. And major overhauls have happened before and the engine still lived. Like, look at Henry. He's still around it.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, look, Henry Henry went from failed design to a fucking Chad,
Yeah,
and yet he's still a lovable character.
and he's still alive. That's the main thing. He's still alive. Also, Jonathan really wants to know your personal opinion on. Jonathan wants to know your personal opinion on those headcanons of his. Those being James being bisexual and Percy being autistic.
Percy being autistic, I agree. I kind of agree with.
Yeah, honestly, me too. James being bisexual.
But James being bisexual, I'm not sure. I don't know about that one. To me, I don't know if that fits. I don't think that fits James's personality to me. And again, just an opinion, not a fact.
Whoa. Okay. About that. Sexuality doesn't really have a bearing on personality.
Also, I
mean, hell, I'm bisexual, and yet I still act like the straightest man this side of the Mississippi.
Wait,
and I have a boyfriend for crying out loud. So
well, again, dude, congratulations to you for that. Like, that is impressive for you, dude.
Thanks. But my point being, like, I may be bisexual, but I don't act bisexual. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
Like, it's just, your sexuality has no bearing on your personality. Would you prefer Magic Girl to be canon? Yes and no. Yes and no. Here's the thing. I have incorporated some aspects of Tatmar into, like, my canon, specifically Lady and Diesel 10. But, like, other things about it, mixed.
I think this is probably like a good time to wrap up the stream because
or maybe we can just move on to like more lighthearted topics. We don't necessarily have.
Yeah. So I think. Okay, more lighthearted topic. Thursday, me, Mark, Cole, and Gavin are going to be rewatching Gravity Falls and posting that to YouTube.
Wait, hold on. I never agreed to that. Agreed to that.
But it's Gravity Falls, dude.
Like, no, yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with Gravity Falls. I never agreed to joining that stream. I never said I did. I never replied. So, like, don't automatically assume that I'm gonna be going in there.
Right. Sorry. So,
like,
some of us are gonna be rewatching the show. Gavin is fully in on it. I don't know about Cole. Mark has already stated his answer. Maybe Trevor will join us. I don't know. We're hoping we can get that recorded soon.
Yeah, but apologies for any, like, unhingedness that happened. I was just trying to finesse my point.
Oh, chat, don't worry. Mark can be unhinged a lot. Hell, yeah. I've had to deal with his bullshit since day one of meeting him.
Hey, I can say the same about you, but unlike me, you've improved a bit. I still need to work on that, but...
Yeah, at one point, I made 9/11 jokes, then I just completely stopped. I have made a clean slate.
That's good.
I've made a clean slate, and
that's good. Yeah, I'm still working on myself, and it's a slow process, but I'm getting there. I'm going through therapy and everything. I'm doing my best to be a better person.
Have you really been going to therapy?
Yes, I have, ever since August of last year.
Shit. Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, what other choice did I have?
Good on you, but shit.
I mean, what other choice did I have? It's not like here's the thing. I schedule an appointment like every 2 months. Like that's decent enough, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, my mom's calling me. I gotta go. See you guys.
Thank you, man. Okay, right. Yeah, I think this is a great start point to end the stream here. I think we're good. I think we've made our points on everything. So yeah, we're gonna end the stream now, or I'm gonna end the stream now. So Ivy, if you do end up watching this stream post stream, then I just want to say I like what you're doing with your I like what you're doing with your content and trying to get your point across with everything, but all at the same time, just keep your opinions to yourself, dude. Just keep it to yourself. All right, I'm ending the stream now.